Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And I just wanted to go ahead and talk about the Braxtons. Next week, uh, next week they are doing a 2-hour season finale. Girl, what? Who? Who? Who about to try to come down here and take 2 hours worth of notes? Girl. I mean, I know they don't base their viewership off of girl YouTubers. I know that. I'm just saying, like, girl, that's a lot. That's a lot for people who recap the show. 2 hours? 2 hours. And then you have somebody like me who don't know when to shut up, who's a little bit long-winded, you know, than some of the other girlies and boys. So I don't know what we're gonna do about next week. I just don't know because I refuse to be down here talking and talking and talking and talking and talking about the Braxtons. We'll figure it out. Um, I may just break it up like it's one episode. You know what I'm saying? Like episode 7, episode 8. Unless it's just not a lot going on, which I kind of feel like I was thinking about this too. There may not be a lot going on, especially if Tawanda's wedding takes up a chunk of it. Cause I don't care. I don't care about Tawanda getting married. I don't. I don't care about marriages anyways, but like Tawanda, I'm getting married, girl. You get married again? No, I'm having a wedding. That's what she's saying. I'm having my wedding. Or whatever. Like, girl, okay, girl, I don't care. Let's just talk. So Tamar, the episode starts off with Tamar. She's with her guy friend. They're at the Italian Mexican restaurant. Okay. They're at the Italian Mexican restaurant. And Tamar is wiping her face. She's making a bunch of noises, but I don't necessarily see any tears coming from her face. You know, Tamar is a little dramatic. She's a tad bit dramatic, right? Um, but I didn't see any tears. I just saw a bunch of they, it's just it didn't have to be this way. It didn't have to. It didn't have to be this way, you know. Girl, I don't know, girl. Tamar is a mess. Tamar is not the only mess. Um, but I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that Tamar wasn't playing at that table just like they was playing with like that. Tamar was playing with them, and they were playing with Tamar. That's what I'm saying. I'm not the 100% team Tamar. Don't get it twisted. But I'm not 100% Tony, Trina, or Tawanda. Tawanda either. Anyways, we're not going backwards. Trina and Tony, they go shopping. They are decorating Trina's office. It's no shade. It's an amazing thing to have your own office. But girl, it's not like Trina got a 10 by 10. If that. I'm gonna give it 8. I'm gonna give it 5. I'm gonna give it 5 by 10. Trina got a 5, and girl, I'm stretching it with 10. I'm gonna say 5 by 8. Trina got a 5 by 8. Her office. It ain't that much decorating you can do. Throw a chair, maybe 2, if you can fit 2. Okay? Um, Girl, throw a little picture. Girl, go to Home Goods, Ross. Girl, get you a couple of pictures. Throw them on the wall. One on this side, one right here, because that's all you got. Girl, how many walls you got? You acting like you got 4 walls. I think I saw 2 walls. Okay, maybe 3. Because I think the part was glass, and then it was this wall, and I think this wall. But I think this part right here was like glass. I don't know, girl. Let me stop trying to be funny. Um, Trina is going through her phone trying to show Tony something in her phone. And so she gives Tony her phone. And Tony does exactly what people do all the time. Girl, she starts swiping. Girl, why Tony was swiping through Trina's phone and saw Vaughn, which is Trina's husband, why she saw his piece? Girl, that's exactly why. That's exactly why y'all gotta stop getting people phones and start swiping left. If I hand you my phone, if I hand you my phone and you grab my phone, that's for you just to look. I'm telling you, if I hand somebody my phone and they even touch the screen, I say, ah, what you doing? I'm just trying to make it bigger. Bigger for what? Girl, you can't see? I'm just, no. You don't need to make it bigger. Girl, you start swiping left and right, baby, all types of shit in this phone. Do you hear me? Okay? And not of me. Okay? Or other niggas. Anyways, child. No, but for real, girl, that ain't too much in my phone, child. But yeah, she started swiping left and she saw Von's penis. I put no shade, but y'all gonna have to let me know what Sean does for work. Cause ever since Tamar came out and let it be known that Tawanda, who can't stand her, girl, borrowed $50,000. Wanda say it was 35. I think Tamar is adding in that cell phone line, those 6 cell phone lines that Tawanda had for 4 years. Okay, or either some interest. But whatever it is, 35 to 50,000. Whatever it is, I want to know why Sean is out here in the woods playing with Tonka trucks. Girl, Tawanda talking about Sean is a master pilot of RC helicopters. I said, well, girl, I hope he get paid for that. Now, I did do a quick Google search, and AI overview came up and said that you can be paid to be like a pilot of an RC, like RC helicopters. They sometimes use those for like movie sets and all types of stuff, right? So you can be paid, but I think you have to also take like a course or get a certificate. I don't think it's too expensive. I think like $5. Don't quote me on this. It was a quick little overview, but the point is that you can get paid in some cases. I don't know if he's getting paid because the way that she was just so proud that her man can fly, girl, some toy trucks, some toy helicopters, I was confused. And of course I went back to that $35,000 that you had to go borrow from Tamar because your man didn't have it because he too busy in the motherfucking woods, girl, playing cops and robbers. Girl, playing with Tonka trucks. Girl, playing with batterized. Is it batterized? Is that the word? I can't think of the word with batteries. Girl, playing with the helicopters. I'm trying to figure out what Sean do for work. Some of y'all told me he's a producer. A producer of what? Girl, every time I look up a nigga is a producer or a rapper. I'm so tired of these niggas. Go get a job. Okay? Get a job and help Wanda come up with that 35,000 and 50,000 that Tamar say that her bald-headed ass. Oh, I'm sorry. Girl, I'm sorry. Girl, get a job and help Wanda. Girl, I need to take that out. Girl. Why Sean in the woods, girl, playing with them Tonka trucks, girl, he needs to be out here getting a job. Girl, trying to help Tawanda pay Tamar her goddamn money back. I like Tawanda. I don't know if I like Tawanda. Let me stop saying that, girl, because I don't know if I don't. Girl, the only reason why I like Tony Braxton is because it's Tony Braxton. Okay. God, quiet as this cup. I don't think I like nobody on the show. If we being honest, I don't think I like nobody on the show. Okay, nobody. Anyways, so Von and Trina, they're in the kitchen. Let me say something. I don't think that it is. So Von basically said, Trina asks Von, again, Von is her husband, what conversation did he have with the doctor? Because they went to the doctor and he asked Trina to leave out the room while he talked to his doctor. And so Trina wanted to know, what did y'all talk about when I walked out of the room? He was like, do you really want to know? I asked the doctor, was I going to die? and the doctor told him, basically, if you don't change up your lifestyle, then you're gonna be dead in about 2 to 5 years. Let me say something. I don't care if you are married. You don't have to tell your spouse everything that's going on with you at the doctor. I don't think you should. I don't think you have to. And then on some real shit, girl, especially with a nigga, girl, half of them don't know. Girl, half of these niggas don't even know how to make y'all orgasm. So I doubt they would know, girl, if you have to go tell them the ins and outs of what might be going on with your body. But I will say this much. I don't believe that you have to disclose everything to everybody, even a spouse. However, if it's something that is life-changing, I think that people need to know. I think that if your doctor tells you that you could possibly be dead within 2 to 5 years if you don't change up your lifestyle, I think that's an important thing for your wife, your partner to know. Because instead of me putting in front of you a plate of fried chicken and candied yams and macaroni and cheese and cornbread and a big glass of extra sweet tea, then I'll put in front of you a salad and a baked chicken breast with some green beans and a glass of water. But I'm not gonna know that if I keep feeding you smothered pork chops and fried turkeys and pecan pies and chocolate cakes and sweet potato pies, I'm not gonna know that your heart about to stop beating, nigga, if you don't tell me that the doctor told your big black ass that you're gonna die in about 2 to 5 years. Stuff like that, I do think it's important for people to know. Like, I still think that Miss Evelyn is absolutely wrong for not telling her fucking children that she was going to the doctor for that type of procedure. Not just going to a doctor's appointment. Going to the doctors and, girl, they're putting a stent or whatever they had to do to her fucking heart. I think stuff like that, especially, it doesn't matter what age you are, but especially Miss Evelyn being as old as she fucking is, because Miss Evelyn is old. Miss Evelyn is pushing 80. And you don't tell your children that you're having that type of procedure done, and your response is, oh, I thought it was going to be something else. That's why you need to be telling us, because your old ass don't even know what the fuck is going on. Yes. 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 You think you going in to get your motherfucking blood pressure checked, and honey, they done chopped open your goddamn chest. Split the chest open. Now you're in a hospital like this. But you thought you was going to the hospital to get your motherfucking blood pressure checked. And girl, they done cracked your fucking chest open. Whatever they do, I don't know what they did, girl. You know how I exaggerate sometimes. Okay. Anyways, I also wanted to add this part too. I still agree with what I said about Vaughn needing to know. Vaughn should share with Trina. If Trina is the cook of the family, if Trina doesn't know that you have 2 to 5 years to live, and just say that y'all don't have the healthiest diet, if she continues to put this food on the table and something happens to you because instead of you eating a piece of fried chicken, your black ass should have been eating a chicken breast, then how would she know if you never told her? So she could probably make the necessary changes to make sure that at least when she prepares food, that I did what I was supposed to do. The nigga just didn't eat it, right? But on the flip side, like Vaughn also added, it's not your responsibility. And the truth of the matter is, it's not to a certain degree, because no matter what Trina cooks or feeds Vaughn, if Vaughn is gonna go out and eat ice cream and cookies or eat ice cream and cookies when Trina leaves the house, then girl, he gonna be dead anyways. So I look at it both ways. You know, on the flip side, I think it's important, especially when it's life or death, for your family members to know. Oh, girl, especially something like that. Now, girl, your best friend ain't gotta know. Your best friend ain't gotta know, girl, the doctor said I got 2 to 5 years to live. But your wife who prepares food for the home, I think that's something that she should know. Your sister ain't even got to know. Your mom and daddy ain't got to know, but your wife who prepares the food, if the roles were reversed and it was Trina and Vaughn was the cook of the house, I would expect Trina to tell Vaughn, child, next time I'm going to die in 2 to 5 years if I don't stop eating fried pork chops. So do you think we might need to start eating a salad? But again, on the flip side, if it's your responsibility, your health, your life, your health is your responsibility. If you die because you done fucked around and clogged your heart up with fried chicken, that don't mean your man or your wife gonna die. Your body. I know y'all do the whole, oh girl, we are one. No. You fuck around and eat too many pieces of fried chicken, you will die. I might not die. You know? Anyways, I just want to add that part because when I was over here, I remember what Vaughn said about it not being Trina's responsibility, and I do agree with that. But I also agree that Trina needs to know because Trina is the cook of the family, I believe. Y'all get what I'm trying to say. All right, y'all. Tony's sons, they're graduating. One is graduating, I think, from like some fashion institution, and then the other one is graduating from Howard. So congratulations to both of her sons. One of the sons, the one that they showed on the show, looks just like Tony. I believe they both do. He met up with a stylist. The stylist was getting on my nerves. I think I've seen him before on Instagram. I guess he was just doing it for television. I don't know. I'm assuming he was. They're meeting up with a stylist because they have to find her son a suit for the wedding. Tawanda said that she wants all the boys to wear brown suits. He comes in with baby blue suits, cream suits, girl, white suits. Girl, he had one brown suit. Why are you coming in here with why are you coming in with 10 suits and only one is brown and the others are baby blue, cream, white? Like I said, I'm assuming he probably just did that for television just so they could have something to shoot. Because I don't know. Stuff like that would get on my nerves. I'm telling you that this is not me. We're trying to figure out what I'm wearing to the Grammys. This is not me, and I'm trying to figure out what I'm wearing to so-and-so. I'm telling you that my sister's getting married, and she says that all the men have to wear brown suits, and you come here with a baby blue suit. Not even light brown. Bitch, baby blue, sky blue, cream. Not even black brown. Okay? Bitch, you ain't even bring a purple suit in here because our colors are purple and brown. I would have even respected you more if you would have brought a purple suit and said, oh, I thought you said purple suits because the colors are purple and brown. Anyways, girl. But like I said, I think they probably just did that for TV. It's not that big of a deal. The son graduated, honey. Tony brought her son, purchased her son a Maybach electric car. I said, girl, I'm not going to lie, girl. I love seeing rich black kids. I mean, even if they're not rich and their mamas and daddies are rich, I love, like, girl, I'm telling you, when I see Riley living like a little rich black girl, I mean, Riley is technically a grown woman. I'm talking about Candy Burris' daughter. I love it. I love seeing the rich black kids. I do. Anyways, Tamar says that Tamar is meeting up with, I don't know what that lady is. I think they have a podcast together, right? Anyways, she meets up with a friend. And she says that Tamar wanted to go to Tawanda's wedding. She was planning to go. Tamar said she heard from OG that she was no longer invited. See, OG, when I tell you one of the messiest bitches on this show is that producer OG. And one of the things that I don't understand about this family, and it could be like a lot of our families, right? They don't communicate. We're going to talk about them because, girl, they on TV. Girl, why is OG, the producer, telling Tamar that she's no longer invited to the wedding? Why isn't Tawanda telling Tamar that? Why isn't Tamar talking to Tawanda? Like, I would even understand if Tony got in contact or if Trina, or if Miss Evelyn got in contact with Tamar and said, hey, Tawanda's still upset. She says you're not invited to the wedding. I don't want nothing to do with it. Hopefully y'all can talk after the wedding, but that's what she said. I don't understand why OG is in the middle of shit like this. I get that he's a producer, but that is not y'all family member. And I feel like because of the relationship with Tawanda and Tamar, because it's very, very fragile and it may be over, I think that him being in the middle and relaying messages, I just don't think that's the best move. I don't understand why he had to be the one or the chosen one or whatever, why he was even the one telling Tamar that she was no longer coming to Tawanda's wedding, and why Tawanda didn't open up her motherfucking mouth and tell Tamar, your ass ain't coming to my wedding because we don't fuck with it. Right now I'm not feeling you. You see what I'm saying? Anyways, Tamar wants to have a Braxton sister retreat. Her friend was basically like, y'all don't have to be one big happy family, but maybe y'all can work towards being in the same room and not yelling. Let me just say this. Family, it's like a mind fuck, right? Because you're forced to have relationships with these people who in real life you may not fuck with. Like Tony already told us that if her family was not her family, she would not fool with her family. Tony is going to forever believe that because that's my family, I have to deal with them. The last episode, what did Tony say? Well, we're all family, so we're gonna have to all deal with each other for the rest of our lives. When the fact of the matter is, you don't have to deal with your family if you don't want to. But because that's what they've been taught, that's probably what at least Tony is going to continue to believe, because Tony is the oldest and that's what she still thinks. So you don't have to deal with family members, but I understand that that's what we've been taught, and I can understand how it can be hard to cut off family members. I do. But I will say, I do hope that Tawanda and Tamar can have a real, honest conversation. And I don't think it should happen on camera, because I think that Tamar, being the drama queen that she is and wanting to always put on for the cameras, I don't think it would be a productive conversation. I don't. I think that I think that all of them really should go to therapy. You know what I think? I think it needs to start with that mama and that daddy. But I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. It's not gonna happen, because those Braxton sisters will never hold their mother and father accountable, especially Tamar. Even though from what they've been saying, from what Tamar said, she was passed around from family member to family member as a child and violated. I really want to know what was her mother and father's reaction once they found out that their daughter, their baby daughter, the baby girl, as they call her, right? The youngest, was touched on. It wouldn't matter if she was the oldest, but what was their response? And why does Tamar still feel in the season 2 of the Braxtons that, not feel, but why is she saying still that I wasn't protected when I went to my family members? But I feel like based off of how they move, like they will never really have honest conversations with their mother and their father, because they would deem it as a sign of disrespect. You know how y'all black parents do. It's no shade. It's no shade. Y'all know how I'm talking to the black people. I'm not talking to nobody white. I'm not talking about to nobody here. I'm talking to the niggas. We know how niggas do. I see how y'all get in the comment section every day. When it has something to do with parents, you know how many grown ass people I see in the comment section talking about, oh my God, I'm so scared of my parent. Girl, at 59? Girl, how you 49 with a whole husband and 5 kids still talking about you? What your mama gonna do to you? What your daddy gonna do? Girl, am I scared of my mama? Hell no, my mama not gonna do nothing to me. I wasn't scared of my grandmother. What's gonna happen to me? Grandma grown ass man. What they gonna do? Get a belt and whoop me? No. like, and I just feel like with people, and I'm about to bring everybody into it now. With people, there are people out there who really cannot have honest conversations because it will be deemed disrespectful. I'm your mama. Don't you talk to me like that. I'm your daddy. Don't you talk to me like that. And I think that's a part of the problem. I think that will always be a problem with the Braxtons. They can never be honest, and they will never be honest with the mama and the daddy. And that's where I think it starts. And then we can work our way down. But they won't start there because I could definitely see Miss Evelyn saying some shit like, I'm your mother, who watch your mouth. You see how Trina was on, I know that was some years ago, but y'all see how Trina was on Iyanla Fix My Life? When she was about to talk and Miss Evelyn did like that, and she said, sorry, mommy. I said, girl. God thought that shit was insane. No, I have never done that. Okay? I thought that shit was insane. But yeah, I just think that, I know I'm rambling, but yeah, I just think that, if Tamar and Tawanda are going to try to figure out their relationship, I think it's best they do it off of TV and they really, really put in the work, if that's what they want to do, and go to therapy and it not be on camera. Because like I said, girl, I think if it happened on camera, it just would be just a waste of time. And I also think eventually, girl, everybody should be in therapy. But again, I don't think it'll probably won't. I'm just talking. It probably won't happen. Because the way those Braxtons move is not, it's giving, girl, it is what it is. Tawanda and Tamar can be around each other. They can. They can be around each other. It's just that, like Tamar said, if we're not filming them, we don't talk. But when we come around, we can speak. Hey, like I said, well, before they got into that fight, Tamar walked in and gave Trina a hug and a kiss. She gave Tawanda a hug and a kiss. Tawanda reached up and did it back. Like, they can be around each other. It's just that when the shit hit the fan, the shit hits the fan. And I think this is the worst it's ever gotten. And then Tamar even said something where it's like, when we were children, we really got along. And even as young adults, we got along. But now, because now y'all are grown, now y'all are starting to realize I am grown. Even as kids, you still have to like your sister because that's what your parents told you. Even as young adults, you still have to like your sister because that's what they told you. Now, we pushing 50. And now, even though mama and daddy are still alive, I don't have to fuck with you. And I don't care what mom and daddy got to say. You see what I'm saying? That's where they're at now. So now it's like, okay, girl, I realized I really didn't like you a long time ago, but I really don't like you now. And now can't nobody do nothing to me. You know? And like I said, girl, you know, if Miss Evelyn die anytime soon, it's a wrap for Trina. I mean, it's a wrap for the Braxton sisters. It is. So if they die before Miss Evelyn, or Miss Evelyn, if they die before Miss Evelyn, I guess it ain't gonna matter. But if Miss Evelyn dies before them, it's a wrap. It's definitely a wrap. Anyways, Miss Evelyn went on a double date with a man named Larry, which he's friends with. He's friends with Sean. Mr. Larry is a handsome man. I was surprised. I said, babe, I know that. I think his name was Larry. Babe, I know Larry was fine as hell back in the day, baby. Because that was a nice looking older man. I said, I know, baby, in 1975, he was giving these bitches hell, baby. 1964, 1955, I know that nigga was giving these bitches hell. I know a fine-ass nigga when I see a fine-ass nigga. I know he used to be fine. Larry was fine when he was younger. And I bet you Latrice's old trifling-ass husband, Cliff, the country-ass nigga, I bet she was fine when he was younger, too. I'm gonna try to find a young picture. I'm gonna try to find some young. Somebody posted a picture. Somebody posted a picture of Latrice's husband when he was younger. I bet you Latrice's husband was fine as hell. Anyways, girl. Oh yeah, but so they went on a double date. Okay, so what did I leave out? Okay, so Tawanda and Sean went on a double date with Miss Evelyn and Larry because they wanted Miss Evelyn to have a date for Tawanda's wedding. I'm assuming, I don't know, I'm assuming Tawanda's father and his wife will be there, so they probably don't want the mama to be there by herself. I don't know. I know the father's going to be there because he's walking her down the aisle. But anyway, so they went out on a double date so that Miss E and Larry could meet for the first time. Tawanda and Sean snuck off. They pretended like they were each getting phone calls, and they basically paid for the food, and then they left. And so they left Miss Evelyn and Larry on a date. It was cute. It was cute. Yeah, it was cute seeing an old people date. You know, it was real cute. That's pretty much it, girl. Trina, she sold Faison Love a house. I put he's funny. He was cracking. He was making jokes. He's a comedian, so. And what else? That was it, girl. That was the episode. Yeah. All right, y'all. That's it. I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good night. Bye, y'all.